And hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our Youth Academy Save here with Ituano in Série C in Brazil. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you've been enjoying the series so far, please make sure you drop a like. Tell the algorithm how much you enjoy this content. We are entering the final day of the regular season. One spot remains available in the qualifications. We are not currently in that spot. We sit 1 point behind Tombense and CSA in 10th place. Biggest difference is they have one more win than us. If either of those teams win, it doesn't matter what we do. If we win and they both draw or lose, we will claim that last spot. Now, today in this episode, we are going to do this match, and then regardless of what happens, we're about 7 weeks away from our youth intake. We are going to have our 2027 youth intake, and this is our fixture schedule. I don't want our fixture schedule. I want the fixtures for the league today. So we are taking on Brusque, who is currently in 20th place. So they are basically relegated. And CSA is on the road at Volta Redonda. They are in 4th place. Tombense is on the road at Sao Bernardo. Now, JP is going to get the start at right back once again. Lucas Silva picking up a yellow card in the last match. He is suspended for this one. Samulo is going to be in goal. JP on the back line will be joined by Juan Richard, Nathan Silva, and Carlau. It's going to be Daniel and Celio Pereira Silva, who has earned a spot in the squad in our midfield. Lucas Stefanello is going to be our left wing. Nicholas is going to be on the right-hand side. Rodrigo, Haruki, and Gabriel Rosera will be in there as well. Let me make sure we don't want to make any other changes. We do not. So Brusque coming into this one already relegated in last place. We must earn ourselves a win in this match in order to even have a chance at securing a spot in the second stage, which will begin 8 days from now. Hopefully we are involved, except I have a bad feeling that we are going to end this season much like we ended last year. Now, at least we are starting to work in some of our younger players. We have been making some changes, and I'm wondering if next year we make a change up at striker. He has suffered a ton of injuries and just not been as productive as we like, so I don't know if Jay Carlos is the answer. There has been, over the last couple of years, a ton of interest in him from clubs in Portugal. If they come a call in again in this upcoming winter break, the winter transfer window, I think we may have to actually listen to them at that point. So far, not a bad match for us. I want to make sure that we are on we're on dynamic highlights. That is going to take forever. So let's turn that off. Free kick off of the near side. It's going to be taken by Juan Richard. Now, he's our left back, so he's on the right side, so he's going to eventually have to get all the way back over. Richard's got it. Takes it deep, crosses it in, finds Carlau charging into the box. 6 yards away, puts it past Mateus Neguera, and Ituano takes a 1-0 lead, and we put ourselves in that position that we absolutely need to be in, and that is in front in this match. Great delivery to the back post. Carlau absolutely making things happen. Now, the latest scores. No score with CSA. Tombense, I believe it was no score. We'll have to take a bit of a deeper look next time. Ooh, Saulo had to get his hands on that one. I mean, it looked like he should have been able to hold on to it, but he'd flex it back for another corner kick for Brusque. Ball around the side, cannot quite pick out Lucas Stefanello, so Brusque in control once again. Sent long by the goalkeeper. Nathan Silva heads it forward. Pereira Silva could not win that, and Brusque remains in control. Alvaro gets the ball through 5 men. Diego Matias has equalized at 13 minutes in. But a highlight right off of the kickoff. Played back, Carlau. Can we get one back right away? Or are we going to turn it over stupidly? Come on, Football Manager. Don't disappoint me. Ball played over the top. It's going to go all the way in on the goalkeeper. Now, harassing him is going to be Rodrigo Haruki. Nogueira's going to take his time. I think that's more than 8 seconds, ref. I'm not an expert in this. Ball sent forward. headed towards Diego Matias. It is 4-on-5. Alvaro out wide. Matheus Pivot. Do not let them score. Do not let them score. We let them score. Those highlights right after on the kickoff are just so dangerous and infuriating. Haruki taking it deep. He'll lay it way back out. Juan Richard into the middle. Pereira Silva. JP finds Nicholas, and Nicholas finds Paydirt. Seeing eye shot under the arms of Nogueira, and we are once again even at 2 apiece, and we haven't even played 20 minutes in this match. Great job working the ball around the outside of the box. Nicholas just sneaking it through. It looks like it did go off of the hands of the goalkeepers. Let's check the scores. Well, I wanted to check the scores around, but we can't. So we have another highlight. Stefanello to JP. Silva back for Carlau. Picked off by Luquinhas, who will settle it down. They'll take their time on the counterattack out wide. Matheus Pivot. Pivot toward the corner flag. Into the middle looking for Diego Matias. And I think Saulo dove way too early. And our defenders did an absolutely terrible job. And we are once again trailing at home to the worst team in the league by a score of 3-2. It was a nice ball in, but I don't know what JP was doing. I don't know what Carlau was doing. We were just absolutely tragic there. Tombense is losing, so they're holding up their end of the bargain. Lucas Stefanello moving it forward. Can we get the goal back again? Rodrigo Haruki dribbles away from his man. Pereira Silva finds JP. Gabriel Rosera. Pereira Silva, JP, Stefanello, Daniel. JP in. Nicholas with the lane, and he hits the post. Pereira Silva looking to recycle it quickly. Drop back to JP. Pereira Silva to his left. Plays it out wide to Juan Richard. Taking it deep. Circling back. Pereira Silva now edge of the box. Into the box. JP can't connect with it. It's cleared away. Nathan Silva getting the ball back in the Ituano end. Pereira Silva as the highlight continues. Up the sideline. Nicholas. Please don't tell me this is a waste of time. It is. It's just going to be a free kick. And that's going to be the end of that. Oh, no, the highlight continues. I am incorrect. Juan Richard putting it in, looking back, post, and Carlau cannot put that on target. We are going to have to go more attacking. I know it's very early in the match, but it is definitely called for. Because Tombense is losing, CSA is drawing, but we still must win because I believe the first tiebreaker is number of wins. So if Tombense loses and we draw, we will pull even on points, but we still will not make it into that spot. So we have to do everything that we possibly can to win this match. And I felt like we were doing it when we got on the board 5 minutes in. I felt like we were doing it after we equalized. Right now, I am not feeling nearly as confident in this team because we have 45 minutes to score 2 unanswered goals, and I don't know if we have it in us. We're dominating in possession. We're dominating in XG, dominating in shots, although they have a much higher percentage of shots on target. They've only missed one of their shots from hitting inside the frame of the goal, and we're approaching the 30-minute mark remaining, and on the hour, nothing really getting done except a highlight for Brusque in our end. Ball played in, cleared away. Counterattack is on. Stefanello up for Gabriel Rosera. Back for Haruki. Finds Stefanello to the near side. Juan Richard from that fullback position moving up. Rodrigo Haruki back to Richard. Almost loses it to Pivot. Richard into the box, into the middle. Rosera, his shot will be blocked out and it will go for an Ituano corner in the 63rd minute, and not much else happening after that. Daniel not having the greatest match, so we are going to pull him out in place of Victor Reese. He's going to come in. Carlau heading it forward. Rosera. Haruki out wide. Nicholas taking his time, throwing it ahead. Cannot pick out Rosera, and here comes Brusque the other way. Ball played up the sideline. Luckily, it's not going to lead to anything, but 20 minutes left. We got to go all out, very attacking. We might need to make other additional changes to the tactic here. I think we're going to move Victor Reese in place of Pereira Silva, and we're going to bring in Leo Suarez, I believe is his name, our super sub from the last couple of episodes. Oh, and that's the icing on the cake. again. We have two guys, Juan Richard, Nathan Silva, who are in the neighborhood that just could not connect on that cross. Our defending of the cross in this match in particular has just been absolutely tragic. Nathan Silva missing that completely, and we're going to have to see that blinking the whole time. So here we go. Victor Reese over there, and Leo Souza, excuse me, getting his name wrong. He is going to come in. We'll bring in a Diogo. Let's bring in Jay Carlos. Let's see if he can do something, anything. We do have Igor on the bench, who is going to replace Nathan Silva. He is our 6'4", 16-year-old that is back in on loan. Again, I'm not sure if we are going to be able to make anything really happen here. Can we get any more attacking? Any more attacking? Let's try that. But for right now, it has just been all brusque, and they had nothing to prove. We had everything to lose, and sadly, we are losing it. Our run of form has not been fantastic. A big part of that was having to start our backup goalkeeper, who was just not ready to start. We covered that in the previous episode. Saulo picking up the injury at the absolute worst time. Sadly, it is going to end here for us, I think. We've got 10 minutes left, and we need a miracle right now. Victory, Stefanello. Turnaround shot. Can't pick out that top corner. What a shame, really. I feel like we have been so very good in this match, and it is just not working out for us. 15 shots on goal, only 8 on target. We've had more corners. We've dominated in possession, and we're not even really a possession type team. So the fact that we have had the ball so much and we find ourselves so far behind is just probably the most disappointing thing in the series so far. Victories into the box. Haruki taken out. It comes through to Stefanello, and he will score. It is now Ituano 3, Brusque 4. But like I said, it really does not matter. We have to win this match if we want to have a chance at the second stage, regardless of what anybody else does. JP to Nicholas. JP getting it back. Nicholas once again. His pass, though, will be intercepted. Counterattack on for Brusque. Thiago Matias up for Johnny Lucas. Johnny working his way around JP, and his shot is going to go out wide. Not a clean look for Johnny Lucas. So 5 minutes added on. Is it going to be enough time for us to score 2 goals? I don't know, but we've got a corner kick in the 94th minute. Juan Richard looking to send it in, and Saulo up on the attack came that close to equalizing the match, and bully for him for giving it a go. But we are going to lose to the worst team in the league by a score of 4-3. And we will end the day where we started it, in 10th. Like I said, even if we drew, it would not have mattered. Tumbense, though, able to manage an equalizer in their match. They finished on 27 points, and they qualify. We end up in 10th, which I need to go review the tape to see if that is an improvement over last year. And it was a slight improvement. We found ourselves in 11th last year on 25 points. This year, 25 points in 10th. Still a lot of time to cover until we get to our youth intake, but a couple of news items that we want to take care of at the end of the season. First off, next year, the team only expects us to finish mid-table again. Hopefully, we will be able to get into those qualification spots instead. Gabriel Rosera broke the goal-scoring record, scoring 11, which beat his previous record from last year by 1. Vinny Oliveira with 9 assists broke the previous record of 4 by Jay Carlos. I can't believe it was only 4, but it was. And Tumbense has been promoted to Serie B, coming out of the 8th spot. So maybe we would have had a chance if we had just won that last match. All right, my friends, we are here on the 10th of October, and it is time to check out our youth candidates. 16 players coming through, 9 of whom have been deemed elite. And holy cow, we got ourselves a goalkeeper, my friends. 6'4", 6'4", fairly professional personality. Look at that aerial reach. Bit on the eccentric side. Don't love that, and his one-on-ones aren't fantastic. But he's 16 years old, and he could very well be a tremendous goalkeeper for our future. Let's see how he matches up with Saulo right now. I mean, eccentricity, yeah, I mean, Saulo's better in a lot of ways, but not by a ton. Communication also could use a bit of work. But in a couple of years, Andre could be absolutely fan-flippantastic. Also, 2.5 stars of current ability for a striker slash number 10 in Marcos Antonio, another 16-year-old. Bit of an unambitious personality, but oh my God, technique is great. Work rate's not that bad. Composure, you could use a little work. Decisions are not bad. Long shots, pretty good. He's 5'10", and he could be the heir apparent to Jay Carlos. Not a bad-looking player, if I do say so myself. His finishing could also use a little bit of work. Kleber Nascimento can play anywhere on the left side, potentially even as a right back. Very strong left foot, so probably not. Decent amount of pace, good technique. Crossing, not too bad for his age. Again, 16 years old. His off the ball does need a little bit of work, but so far I'm liking what I'm seeing. Manuel Rodriguez, only 15. He's a left winger. Still needs a little bit of work. His crossing isn't great, but on the left-hand side, do we use the inside forward? I think we use an inside forward on the left-hand side. Not that his finishing is anything to write home about, but again, he's a pacey kid. Good teamwork, work rate, not great. Off the ball, not great. A fickle personality, not fantastic, but maybe something that we can work with. Lucas is a right back. We may need a new right back because our current right back keeps getting yellow cards, although he's still a decent player and he's still very clearly our top player in that position. Good amount of technique and flair. We might be able to move him up into like a wing position. His crossing again still isn't fantastic, but it's something that we can work on. 5'8". It's okay. Not as pacey as we would like, but he's got good acceleration. And not really a defensive guy, so maybe moving him up into a right wing position is probably in our best interest. Arisvaldo Pereira. Ooh, he's a striker. Oh boy, is he a striker. More of a deep lying forward, although he can play that channel forward role. His crossing isn't great, not a work rate, and his physicals aren't fantastic. Could use a little boost in composure. He does like to lob the keeper, however, so that is nice and new, but a decent 15-year-old striker there. How about Fernando Jose? He could play center mid. He can play striker. If he plays center mid, he's probably on the more attacking side. Decent with both feet. He's only 5'7". Again, not the fleetest of foot, but really who is in this league? I think 13, 14 is maybe the max speed that we see. Again, a lot of technique. I like that. Does have low self-belief, so we're going to need to build him up a little bit, but we have plenty of years to do that with Fernando Jose. Caio Enrique. I feel like that name is familiar. Seems like a very well-rounded player coming in, 6'1", another striker. Oh my goodness, great. Oh, I love that composure. Absolutely. Off the ball of 8, not too bad at this level and at 16 years old. Good passer. He can finish. His dribbling is pretty good. Oh my God, he has a mercenary personality, so keeping him around may be difficult. And we got ourselves a defensive midfielder in Zhao. Good balance, not a lot of pace on him again. 5'9", determined personality though, so maybe he can develop quite nicely. His vision is fantastic. Oh my goodness, all 9 of them I really have no problem with. Our top prospects, there is BB, who is on the right hand side. He's a little pacier than the other guy we saw. Might not be so bad. Still a bit raw. His passing ability isn't the greatest, but he's got a very strong right foot. Could use his left side as well. Gustavo Torres, our first center back. 6 foot, honestly not terrible, but not fantastic either for Gustavo Torres. We did get some decent center backs in last year. Miltinho is a central midfielder primarily. He's slow and he's unambitious. Maybe room to grow, but I'm not 100% sure. Cladoville, again, not the paciest. Could play out on either wing, although probably more on the right. Although, inside forward, so it really doesn't make all that much difference. His passing and off the ball, though, are pretty gosh darn terrible, so he's going to need to work on that. Let's go to our good prospect, Diogo D'Amato. Again, fairly average, but he's a center back and he's 6 foot, so not too bad. We could grow him into something of a left-sided center back over the next couple of years. He is only 15, so he's got plenty of time to work on his development. So all in all, a very, very, very nice youth intake. Our head of youth development may not be the greatest, but he is doing an excellent job so far. We're going to take a look next episode at just kind of the overall picture of the season, where we're coming from, where we're going, which of these youngsters are going to stick around, which are going to be sent out to develop, and we'll also take a peek at the guys that we got last year, see where they are. As you remember, a few of them did see time in the league. We got Igor into matches, and I was very excited about that. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, or if you're brand new, you can also catch up on the series. I really appreciate it. Thank you so very much for being here. Thanks for all your support, and I'll catch you on Monday. Until then, bye-bye.